Happy New Year's everyone! Let's start the new year with a new doll video. So as the title says, we're doing my own Kingdom Hearts OC. I got so inspired by the DollFairy's OC Rissa that I was screaming and I had to make my own OC doll too. I'm sure you know the DollFairy, so you have probably seen her contest already, but if you haven't, go and watch it. The contest ends at the 19th. If you wonder why I haven't participated, it's because I feel like I have the time and materials to make my own, while some don't. Like, it would be kinda egoistical? I don't know if that makes sense. But let's look at my Kingdom Hearts OC design. She started off as an avatar in the mobile game and evolved to her own thing. I was studying on my Kingdom Hearts lore and learned that Sora was inspired by Mickey, so I wanted to do the same for her and gave her Sailor Moon buns. Because they look like Mickey ears. I played more with her Keyblade than I did with her design, because I was really set on, from the start, what I wanted her to look like. The theme for her is pastel. So now that we have our design, let's get to the doll. I have some stuff in mind, but we'll see how it goes. Let's start with the doll I'm going to use. I did have some trouble with the whole doll process, but we will get to that later. So let's do this chronologically, I think it's called. I wanted to use a regular size Draculaura so I could design her outfits from the next game, if you know what I mean. And then I realized I had this brand new Wave 2 Draculaura. So I took her out from the box to see if she was a better choice, and looking at them side by side, I didn't see much of a difference in the face mold, and also I'm not really ready to customize her yet. So I'm going with the original Draculaura doll. Let's get started. Getting a closer look, I could see she had a lot of discoloration with her tone, and I thought it wouldn't be a problem. Oh boy, I was wrong. Well, I started off by removing her factory paint with pure acetone. And the trick I've learned when you want to get to the corner of the doll's face mold is to take a Q-tip and roll it between your fingers so you get the pointy end. This makes it easier to get in the corners of the lips and eyes and etc. Then I remove the mold lines, sand down the glossy body to prepare for an experiment I had planned. Cut off the hair. And Poppen Atelier does this thing where she softens the vinyl with a hairdryer instead of hot water. And I thought, hey, maybe now I won't destroy the apartment. And I did not destroy the apartment. I removed the excess hair with scrapey motions and a needle nose plier to pull it out. If you are like me and get glue all over the face, you can take some nail polish remover and swap it over the face. Same goes when you want to clean your tools. So, now that the head is ready, I'm going to follow Poppen Atelier and make the skin more human fleshy. Human fleshy? Human flesh colored? You know what I mean. Hey, and it worked. Kinda. You see, the way Poppen Atelier does is by taking the opposite color of the color wheel on the doll she's using to cancel out that color. For me, my Draculaura has a pink skin, so I had to use a light green one. But I didn't take into consideration that so many parts of my doll was discolored. So in the end she had green spots all over her body and face, and that was even after using a dry pastel with a more skin colored on top. The technique really worked great on the face, and I will definitely revisit this one with another doll that's maybe not discolored. So instead I opted for this old custom apple snow doll. I prepared the face, made some guidelines for the part, and started rerouting. Using my homemade rerouting tool, there is a needle cut at an angle and the X-Acto knife handle. That rhymed. To poke the holes for the new part, I'm using a thick needle to make some holes, and then I plug them with my rerouting tool. So the head is all plugged, and I feel like it's time for some shameless plugging myself. Heh. If you wanna see behind the scene or early sneak peeks, updates, etc., you can follow me on Instagram at honeypeachdoll. At Instagram, where I post as much as I can. But back to the doll. Tuck away the hair and prep the doll with a sealant. I'm using Mr. Super Clear UV Flat. And while that was drying, I sketched out a mock-up of how I wanted the face to look like. If you're new to the hobby or have a doll with less distinctive mold lines, like my Ever After High doll has, this is a great way to help you place where everything shall go. So I start off by drawing the shape of the eye with a light brown pen. I want to give her the typical Kingdom Hearts eye shape, but still in my own style. So I make the eye more rounded on the top, still keeping in mind how the Kingdom Hearts shapes are. Then I take the yellow pencil and draw where she will look at, you know, the direction thingy. Filling in the mouth to give her a tiny smile. Then filling in the iris and that staple round thingy that the Kingdom Hearts character have. It's always hard to make everything even, but just take your time and be patient. I had some problem with the pencil not sticking to the doll vinyl, unfortunately. I was hoping that this would be as easy as with my honey doll, but the stars wasn't aligned, I guess. Another thing is that the Kingdom Hearts character have very slim eyebrows, which is not my jam. And I wanted my character to look younger, so I gave her some thick eyebrows. Which I had some problem with. I don't know, I didn't want to get even, but again, take your time. You will get there in the end. I did. Ish. Hey, while we're looking at me drawing the face, how about some trivia about this character? She's about 12 in the first game, and she will age basically at the same rate as the original character from Kingdom Hearts. Because the sealant didn't want to cooperate with me, I'm using Warhammer paint to fill in the white and the yellow. Oh, if you wonder why she has yellow eyes, that is actually a secret, which I am not ready to tell yet. Another thing is she is a keyblade wielder. She has two friends that I'm designing right now. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make them into dolls when I'm done with the last friend. I don't know. Do you want to see more about her and her stuff? Tell me in the comments. I'm filling in more of the face detail so they will be more visible at the photo shoots. I love about face-ups is building layers, so you will see me going back and forth to build up the opacity. If you notice, I don't actually have a name for her, even though I've had her for a couple of years. So if you have any suggestions, I would love to hear them. Some other facts about her is that she's a very positive girl. I love saying she's a Hufflepuff and a sweet cinnamon roll. I'm filling in the yellow really lightly so I can see the marks underneath. And I'm using some dark pastels to give dimension and shadows in the eyes. Also filling in with dark brown pen and then with black. Layers. Some other facts: she loves sweets as much as she loves her friends. She has a dog who will accompany her in the first game. She will train as Sora did in the Colosseum, but in Mulan's world, where Mushu is holding a training camp. I use more highlights than contour because I wanted to keep the cute round face every of the high dolls have. Filling in the iris with dark brown, black, was such a bad idea. My hands were so shaky that they all looked crooked. Remember kids, eat! Don't get a sugar drop like I did. On the camera the lips look really cute, but in real life the lips were more reddish pink, which made her look so much older. So I'm gonna remove them and try again. I'm giving her more of a beige than pink this time, which gives her more of a younger look. I'm also using that to shadow under her chin. Let's try something new and use a Posca pen to give her some catchlight. Works really good. Yes. I'm just gonna work on some last second details before saying that I'm satisfied with this doll, and give her one last spray with MSC. So the hair was interesting. I started by parting the hair into 2 pigtails and some bangs. I'm using a blunt dentist tool to separate the hair. And as you can see, some part of the hair wasn't really plucked, so I'm replucking that. And then it's time for the bun. I'm really sorry it's hard to see, but I hope I can explain it. So, you take a small part of the pigtail and roll it inwards. This will make the bun curl in on itself, and you will use that to your advantage to make a flat bun shape. When you're happy with the shape, poke a needle through the bun into the head to keep it in place, and then tie the rest with a rubber band. That will make the bun kinda stay in place, and then use some strong hairspray. I'm using Got To Be, because that's the strongest hairspray I know, so the bun won't unravel. And then you're basically done with the bun. It may be hard the first time, but patience, young Suku. Nervously, I'm pouring hot water onto the bangs, and only the bangs, so they will lay flatter into the head, and letting them dry before cutting them in a side sweep. Let's talk shoes. I did about 3 tries before settling on a more loose-based shoe than my original idea, to give me some break. But let's color it. While that's drying, let's make the keyblade from a toothpick, some warbler, and a cotton swab. Give it some color and voila! We got a tiny keyblade. Now it's time to put the head back on the body. This is always so much fun because it makes the whole doll feel more complete. And complete her we did! With these cute clothes I made. Again, I'm sorry for not showing how I sew. Hopefully I will show you some stuff now in 2019 if my confidence is up. Let's get her all dressed and see the finished result. Wow, she's done. Whew, this project was such a roller coaster of emotions. But I'm so happy seeing her all done. And I hope you have enjoyed this video. And I hope your 2019 is gonna be great. We're hoping for more doll videos and lots of more stuff. Don't forget to check out the other doll artists that I will be linking down below. And also, thank you so much for all support in 2018. I am super grateful. And I will see you some other time. Bye!